We are live.
We are live. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited. This is an exciting moment for me as it's my first interview with anyone who has gone through my new program with Thinking the Results. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much, Kern, for being here. I just love the shifts that are happening in this group already. And for those of you who don't know, I started facilitating the Thinking the Results program a couple months ago. And the results that people are getting in this program are absolutely remarkable. So I wanted to share some of these amazing stories with you. And because I really, I'm so convinced now after seeing the results, I really believe everyone needs to do this program in order to level up in life, both personally and professionally. And most importantly, to manifest the life that you were meant to have. That's really, I think, what's so important about this to me anyway. So I've invited Kern to be here with you today. Kern joined my program on February 15th. Okay, so what is it today? It's March 25th.
Really? Just February 15th?
You joined February 15th. I know, it's incredible, right? And he's graciously agreed to be here today to share his experience so far with you. And so, Kern, I'm going to hand it over to you and what has Thinking in Results done for you so far?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Cheryl. I'm so stoked to be here. And thinking in results is one of these programs where you're like, I don't normally endorse like programs, right? I don't normally endorse programs because I don't buy into that hype. And like, I'm like, yeah, I worked for so-and-so, but it won't work for me. Like this program has completely unlocked so much inside of me that I didn't know existed, from a beliefs level, from a finances level, from a relationships level to I don't, it's like my brain wants to say way too many things and my mouth can't keep up. Like that's how good this program is. And when I was signing up for Thinking into Results, I was like, great, another program about like beliefs or shifting my thinking. Like I get it. I've read the books, but there's something about, doing the program with Cheryl and then keeping accountable to Cheryl and the group that really makes you show up differently. And I can't believe it's only been 40 days since I've been in the program. When Cheryl said to me back in December, Cheryl said, this program can turn your yearly income into your monthly income. And I was like, on what planet, Cheryl, do you live on? Like, on what planet can someone turn their annual income into their monthly income? Like, that sounds so far-fetched to me that like, it sounds too far-fetched. And literally in my third week in the program, I landed a contract which was more than double what I made in all of 2020. So yeah, I doubled my yearly income in 1 month. And I didn't collect all the revenue all at once, but it's a 12-month engagement. So I mean, this program has unlocked so much within me. I feel like there's opportunity everywhere now. Like there's no scarce mindset. I feel like every conversation I have is an opportunity of some sort. And yeah, like it's crazy how fast money is coming in. And I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Like,
Yeah.
and I've also never worked like less, but I'm working so smart right now, but my hours have like drastically reduced. Like I just got back from a massage. I got another appointment right after this. And like, life is couldn't be better. My
Wow.
work-life balance is insanely balanced right now.
Wow. Well, you know what's so cool about that? You're not going to believe this, actually. You said you you manifested your annual income in a month
Yep.
or 3 weeks. I think you said 3 weeks. It was actually 7 days.
Oh, really?
It was it was like a week, exactly a week after you joined the program. So, I mean, time and space, right? Like
Yeah.
it's hard to believe it's only been 5 weeks because so much has transformed for you over those 5 weeks. And it's so true. Like, it's so easy for me to say, oh my God, you guys, you got to do this program. It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard. Like, I mean, I did this program and it, helped me triple my income last year. And then when you hear that, like you could turn your annual income into your monthly income, and everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
But that's why I was so excited to have you on as like my first my first guest, because you actually did it. You did it. And I like, I mean, and even more has happened since then, which is so cool. And I just love the way you said it's easy, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's about learning how to master mindset, learning how to really fine tune your mental faculties, and to understand that life does not have to be hard, business does not have to be hard, that
Mhm.
through using this material, it can be easy, and it can, you know, and you can manifest anything you want. So so I'm so excited for you, and I love what's happening. And I just, you know, so I mean, we've seen that the results can happen really quickly, but what would you say like some of your biggest takeaways from the program so far?
I would say the biggest takeaway like hit me in the face in the first lesson, which is really on goal setting. And I realized that I was setting goals that didn't motivate me. There were incremental goals, meaning if I made, let's say if you made 20 grand this year, then your next year's goal would be 25 grand, or you made 50 grand and your next year's goal is, 70 grand. So what I found was like I was setting these goals that were, as Bob Proctor puts it, there's A goals, B goals, and C goals. And C goals are the ones that really inspire you. They motivate you. They encourage you to fantasize and dream bigger. And I always thought that like I couldn't be that person. Like full, transparency. I was like, there's no way I could ever have like $1 million home. There's no way I'm ever gonna like to be able to afford like a Ferrari. Like that's not me. Like that's not like my type of people. Like my type of people can't afford that stuff. My
Yeah.
type of people don't even deserve thinking about a dream home and an amazing car that's a couple hundred grand. Like it was so mind blowing. And I remember speaking to you on our third day into the program when we had our one-on-one. And I was like, Cheryl, I woke up at 6 a.m. today for the first time in like 6 months because I was so excited to jump out of bed and attack my C goal. So I was setting these goals that didn't really mean anything for me. There was no emotional connection to them.
Right.
And I was like, no wonder why I'm not inspired, because my goals aren't even worth like they're not even worth getting out of bed for.
Yeah.
So like the one of the biggest takeaways for me was really in that lesson one of like different types of goal setting. And I've been setting, goals that don't motivate me. And I would say the second biggest takeaway, which is really like, one of the keys to it all is my paradigm, which those of you who are going to join the course after listening to me will understand what your paradigm is. It's a multitude of habits, right? And like why you do the things you do because of your environment, because of your upbringing and your subconscious and all these amazing things.
Yeah.
I feel like my paradigm was always keeping me at a level where I thought I had to go like step one and step two, then step three and step four. And I think what this program allowed me to do is say, hey, you can go from step one to step 10 right away. You don't have to go to step 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So like the amount of like leaps I'm making are
Yeah.
blowing my mind. Are blowing my
Yeah.
mind.
I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Quantum leaps, growth
Yeah.
and expansion beyond your wildest dreams. And I mean, you did that. You did lesson one, it unlocked something in you, and then you just went for that big deal and you got it, right?
Mhm.
And now you just, you just keep going for more and going for more. And you don't have to wait. And it doesn't have to be like a roller coaster. You can just keep going and propelling and moving and just dreaming bigger. So I love it. Limiting beliefs, bye bye, right? New beliefs coming in, and showing you that really anything you want is there for you when you're ready to receive it.
And
So
what was really cool about like, feeling empowered to step into a different identity is that you get to bring people along with you, right? You get to bring
yeah,
your prospects and your clients on that journey with you. If you have a partner at home, your partner begins to experience it. When you talk to your parents or your brother and sister, they begin to experience it. When you talk to your friends, so like a lot of my friends have seen me show up differently in the last 5 or 6, maybe 8 weeks. They've just seen me act differently and show up differently. And like I've never spent less time on social media and just more time just like living my life.
yeah.
And yeah, I just like I can't tell you like I just have I'm so blessed. Like I have such an amazing life, and I'm just like, wow, this was always right there. It was always right there, but I was always looking right there.
it was like you were saying the other day, you're 99%, but there was like that,
Yeah.
1%, right? That you just needed to get over. So, and what's it like to be in a group of people that are all on the same trajectory for more growth and expansion and quantum leaps?
Yeah.
What's it like to be in that
I'm a
world?
huge fan of that, like that mastermind model, right? Like when other people are winning and you're in that environment and you're in their atmosphere, their vibration, their energy raises you up too. And then you celebrate their wins and they celebrate your wins and then you celebrate someone else's wins. It's just this like group camaraderie, right? Like there's something really important in TIR, and it's that your environment is more important than your hereditary, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Environment, your friends, your network, the people you hang out with. Jim Rohn said you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
So if you look at your 5 people, your 5 friends, ask yourself, are they pushing you forward to greater heights?
Yeah.
Or are they saying, hey, dial it down a little bit and like turn down your own volume? And I think a lot of people have friends in their life or, friends that secretly don't want you to get ahead because they think if you get something, then they lose the opportunity to get the same thing, right? It's a very scarce mindset. But I think what's powerful about a group like the one that you're facilitating is that everybody's on the same frequency. And we've seen people, I'm just one of 20 case studies, but we've seen people have crazy unlocks of them, from never making a sale to making a sale to making their annual income in a month. It's mind blowing.
It's mind blowing. It's so great. And I would love to invite you back here in like 5 months and see, let's see where you are at the, at the end of this. Cause that would be just so cool. Cause really you're just getting started. Right?
Yeah. And honestly, like if you were to look at this video, somebody watching and you're like, yeah, Curran sounds like he had really good success. And like, Cheryl probably put him up to like going on live and like, Curran, like I want you to inflate your results. Like, nah, like there's none of that stuff here. Like this is the most realist like testimonial you'll ever hear. I've never bought a product or service where I've seen such a testimonial of someone being like, you got to do this thing. Trust me. Like this is, Cheryl's not endorsing me. She's not being like, hey dude, like do this and I'll give you like $100. Like there's none of that stuff. Like I am who I am and my passion and my energy comes out of me when I speak my truth. And like this program legit has like changed every part of my life. Like I started working out more. I'm sleeping better. Me and Brandy are amazing. I'm going to Mexico on Monday. Again, limiting beliefs. Like life is just so amazing. And yeah, it's just the work. It's just the work. You just got to show up and you got to do the work. That's the only requirement. And just like believe in yourself.
That's amazing. It's sort of like everything you want is possible if you just decide, right? If you just make the committed decision to just do it and don't worry about the how, don't worry about like, all the different steps that are going to take to get up the mountain or whatever. Just make the decision to get started and move in the direction of your dreams and trust that this material is the key to unlocking that for you. And I know it's really hard to describe until you actually kind of get in and get into it. But it's just so powerful. I just want everybody to have this experience, and really step into the life that they want to have, not the life that they do have or the life that they think they can have, the life that they dream of having. I really, really appreciate you being here today. And I just want to ask you one more question. So, what would you say to anyone who is thinking about joining Thinking into Results? What would you want to tell them right now?
That thing you just said about a decision is something that kept me stagnant for a long time in other parts of my life as well, not just my own business. I think if there's a part of your life where you're failing to make a decision, your health, your wealth, your relationships, whatever, ask yourself, is that lack of decision making, is that impacting other parts of your life? My guess is yes. So like what I would say to somebody who's thinking about making a decision is like, when in your life, whether it's this course or something else, like when are you gonna believe in yourself? Like when is the time to ultimately say yes to yourself? Are you going to keep saying next month or next year? or when all the pieces fall in place, you know, that's another cliche. Like, you know, I'll start that when I have
Right.
everything, but like that moment never comes, and we know it. And we often delay our own gratification into the future for
Yeah.
this unknown reason. So you know, yes, I'm one of 25 case studies right now. By the end of this year, I'll be one of 150 case studies. Do you want to be one of them? Up to you. Like, I'm here. Cheryl's here. I'm sure Cheryl would love to have you in the course.
I'm a case study. I'm a case
She's a
study
case
too.
study.
You
So
know,
like
I do the
somebody,
work every
yeah,
day. Yeah.
somebody who's thinking about this, like I will say this, you're going to need to invest 20 minutes a day into doing the work, and maybe another 20 minutes later to really let it soak in. And then you show up to the group calls and you learn. And then you do another 20 minutes and then you learn. And then you get super clear. Like 83% of people don't have goals written down on paper.
Right.
So if you don't even know where you're headed, then how are you going to know when you get there? And I think what this course allows you to do, literally in lesson 1, is it asks you, where do you want to go?
Yeah.
And then let's get you there, right? It's not like, so I think like most people will just, even if most people did lesson 1 and not even the other, 11 lessons, if they did just lesson 1 and lesson 2, because I think those are so key, goal setting and your paradigm. If you just do those 2 lessons, like they're going to make you thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just from 2 out of 10 lessons or 2 out of 12 lessons.
Oh yeah. Just, you're not even done, right? Like wait till
Yeah.
wait till we're going to get through the whole program. It's incredible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I can't wait to see where you are in another 5 months. I hope you'll come back and share more with us. I know you're getting on a plane and you're going to Mexico for a couple of months or whatever. So, you know, and that's just part of building the dream, right? So, I really appreciate you being here. And if anyone has any questions for me or for Curran, you can feel free to just like post them in the chat, you know, because he's in the page too. So he'll answer any questions that you have. If you want to know more about it, if you want to learn more about the program, reach out to me. And here's to powering it up. So thanks so much. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend.
Amazing.
Okay. Thanks, Karen. Take care. Bye.
Bye.